Okay, so we've been working really hard on our skills, pushing ourselves to try something new, go out of our comfort zone. So how about today we just relax a little bit, take the pressure off and just enjoy drawing. I mean, drawing is innately fun and relaxing, but when you're trying to learn new skills and struggling and getting confused, it's not always as relaxing as it could be. So how about today we just try and get into that state, you know, when you lose yourself in drawing. That's such a beautiful, peaceful place to be. So maybe that could be what we do today, because tomorrow we're going to be studying hard again. My name's Kenzo and this is Love Life Drawing. This video is part of Figuary. If you're not sure what that is, check out the description below. Okay, so I said to relax in this session, but some of these poses are pretty difficult. So it's going to be a test of our Zen state of mind to just draw these. But hopefully some of these little tips are going to help. So for this pose, I think it's useful to think of it in kind of three sections, the torso I mean. So look for the sort of rib cage area, a midsection area and a pelvis area and their overall angles. So the rib cage and upper back muscles kind of angling down overall, and then the midsection starting to angle up, and then the pelvis angling even more up. And then to find the level of the chin, because it's going to be hard to place that chin, look at some horizontal alignments. What's lining up horizontally with that chin to help you to place it? You don't have much time, so don't be too kind of cautious about it. Just a quick look, oh, it's about there, and then just go for it. Okay, good luck. So this is a great pose, but pretty tricky. There's some foreshortening going on, and I think that something that could easily go wrong here is that you kind of stretch out the pose, right? Anytime there's some foreshortening, our brains just want to undo it. So have a look at that line across those bony tips of the pelvis that kind of stick out on the front, and the line across the ribcage arch. And see how much, they're not kind of separate. It's not like the pelvis is over here and the rib cage is over here. They're overlapping quite a bit. So seeing those two lines, seeing how much they overlap and how close they are, hopefully that's going to help with not undoing the foreshortening too much. Try using some cross contour lines for the limbs. If you're not sure how to do that, don't worry about it too much, because we're going to cover it in a future video on this channel. But just kind of feel the line that goes around the limbs. And then in the torso, use the center line. So at the crotch, it's almost horizontal. And then at the collarbones, it's almost vertical. So there's a lot of, you know, angle changing going on down that center line that you don't want to undo. You want to keep those strong angle changes. But I think you could think of it again in like three sections. So from the crotch to the belly button, kind of a straight line almost. From the belly button to the top of the rib cage arch, another line, and then from the rib cage arch to the middle of the collarbones. So hopefully that will help with this tricky pose. And if the pose goes wrong, don't worry about it. It's super tough. So actually, even though this one looks simpler, I personally found this one harder to draw than those other ones. It's a tough angle on the head. It's obscured a bit by the hair. I found it useful to kind of establish the bigger shape of the arms first to help then place the head. I also found that there was a nice kind of curve going around from the upper back around to the chest that was kind of useful to put in. And there was a nice abstract shape on the far side for the upper back as well that was useful. So I hope that helps with that pose too. So one thing I wanted to say is, like, when you see these great pieces of art hanging up in galleries or on Instagram or shown on YouTube, usually that's not a representative of that artist's, you know, average skill on an average day. That's usually the top 1%, you know, that they select to be up on the wall or up on Instagram. So, you know, I've tried to show a lot of the failed drawings that I did. Mako's had failed drawings in Figuary, but still there were more drawings that didn't work out. So don't worry too much if they go wrong. You know, if you're being inconsistent, I don't think it matters too much. So tomorrow we're going to start studying again. We're going to work on slightly longer drawings because you know the sessions end with 5-minute drawings, and we're going to look at the work of Lane Brown, and he sent me demos and tips about how to do his drawings. He's one of my favorite figure drawing artists because of the way he designs his drawings. So I hope you're looking forward to that. It was such an honor to have him help us with Figuary. Post your drawings on Instagram at #Figuary2020. Join in the fun with your fellow artists at community.lovelifedrawing.com, and you can find your practice session at vimeo.com/Croquis Cafe. Good luck with it, and I'll see you tomorrow.